Hi there, I'm Sean O'Keefe, real estate CPA at Digby. Today I'm here to talk to you about what hours contribute to material participation. So we've talked about material participation in a separate video. Today we're going to talk about what hours and tasks specifically contribute to the hours that you need to qualify for material participation. So just as a recap, once more, material participation is being actively involved in your rental property on a continuous, regular, and substantial basis. So it shouldn't surprise you that the hours that contribute or the tasks that contribute to material participation are those that impact the day to day operations of the business. So if you have hours that you're counting toward material participation, they should impact the day to day operations of that particular rental property. Now, let's look at some examples of tasks that qualify for hours or that you can count. These hours you can count. So things like doing repairs on the rental property yourself, calling a repair person to do repairs would also count. Doing background checks, collecting rent, finding tenants. These are all things where when you spend hours on these things, you can count those hours for material participation. So some common misconceptions of hours that people think count but actually don't are what we would refer to as investor hours. So these are tasks where you are attending webinars, you're doing research, you're doing education. Unfortunately, none of these hours count toward your material participation status. In addition to that, if you're doing any tasks specifically to avoid being disqualified from material participation, so you're just doing these tasks so that you can qualify for material participation, the IRS would also say that those tasks do not count. And so if you're ever in doubt on whether or not the task would count or not, or might get disqualified, let's look back at our original definition, which is, are these tasks integral to the day-to-day operations of the business? Are they necessary? If you were to stop doing these tasks, would the rental property still function properly? And if the answer is yes, then you probably would not be able to count them. And so, an example would be if you didn't do the education, if you didn't attend the webinars, would the rental property still be, operating properly? And so for that reason, we wouldn't count those hours. Finally, we do get a frequent question where people who are married filing jointly, are they able to combine the hours of participation for the couple? So can you count the hours from spouse and taxpayer and group them together to meet the hourly requirement? The answer is yes. Okay, thanks so much for attending and watching this video. Please feel free to reach out to us if you have any additional questions on material participation or other specific things related to your rental property. Hope you have a great rest of the day.